Neal Render, I've been living in this skin for about 30 years now, and one thing about it, very charismatic, very excited, very motivated for life, just a real go-getter on so many different levels, just really want to bring forth that excitement, joy, always looking for a great opportunity to uplift people, make people laugh, and just gel and bring such a cohesiveness of unity and fun and really share a lot of great experiences of life to people.
Man, that's great. And I hear you've done some very proactive things in business and in military service. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, Teray, it began years ago at the tender age of 17 and listening to the Air Force, the military. Roughly when I was crossing over 18 years of age, went ahead and spoke with the recruiter. Got locked into the Air Force, one of the best branches, but definitely we always want to uplift other servicemen in the country. But definitely that really locked me in toward getting more disciplined throughout my years, speeding up to mid 20s, coming into, 21 years of age, recruitment, and putting these men and women into the military. So I ranked up really fast, but I knew it didn't stop there. So it was leading more into workforce training and development. So I have some college years involving that, dealing with work and employment. So I want to see people laboring for the right reasons and stimulate the pocket as well.
Okay, that's great. And where are you from?
I'm from down south, Biloxi area, coastline, which is a retirement town, coastline. Biloxi basically is that retirement for vets. Usually that Alabama, Florida is retirement strip line. So a lot of people, when I refer to the Biloxi area, I'll say, hey, what about Mobile, Alabama? Then there's New Orleans. So definitely that Biloxi zone stems right in the middle.
And of course, we have a lot of people here in Chicago who've made that move from Alabama, New Orleans, and Mississippi.
Yeah.
So, what's brought you to Chicago?
Well, one thing about it's been very missional minded in my heart to go forward. But the question is, when I say that, people say, well, in what way? That can be very broad or vague. Well, I was watching TV down south. I was sitting in the room and I clicked on the television. Well, the reoccurring message of 2000, and, if I'm not mistaken, 15 for the closeout of that year, November, December. A lot of the social issues, as you know, Teray, and as I'm further finding out, dealing with the violence. So I'm looking at CNN, I'm looking at different news stations, and I'm seeing what's going on with the violence. Now, I immediately didn't take the mindset to say, well, I believe everything I'm seeing on the news or that kind of narrative. But I looked, I said, okay, there's a problem with violence, gun violence, and just so many things in Chicago. What can I do after I cut on that TV and I kept seeing this? What can I personally do to make an impact? And I said, I'm not going to send an email. I'm not going to send just a nice little letter in the mail. I'm going to personally pack up, take everything that I know, skills, credentials, abilities, talent, gift level, motivation, determination, education, eloquence and speech, articulation, whatever I can bring to the table and leave everything I knew and everyone I didn't know a soul in Chicago City. And now we're here to bring forth such strength and definitely bring a lot of solutions to the city in a great way.
Man, and you have, I hear the workforce development and training component, and you also have a TV show, a talk show that you're doing. How do those things work together, and what are you looking at doing in that regard?
Well, my one thing I learned about Chicago coming out here, it's growing into more of another Hollywood, if you will, where there's a lot of films, there's a lot of definitely just independent film work going on, a lot of videos being made basically for exposure. Well, I got more connected with it doing background work on the Chicago shows. And also they said, Neal, you got a great presence as an actor. So I started getting more into acting work and also my love in conjunction within workforce development, putting people to work. So I said, let me start the talk show to bring about solutions, but also, if I'm able to do it, which I know I am, find individuals that I can employ to be able to showcase their skills for camera work, casting, finding the guest, and definitely want a uplifting of team unity with this show presentation.
Man, that's beautiful. So tell us a little bit more about the show and what are your plans going forward to produce it here in Chicago?
Plans moving forward is to find every actor, entertainer, singer, rapper, dancer in the right regard, a healthy presentation. I want to highlight and uplift Chicago to find these various backgrounds, these different people that have stories to tell. Okay, they have things that they've been through, where they're at, and even where they're going. And I want to be able to have the opportunity, and I'm very humbled to be here, to be able to highlight that in a high fashion, magnify that format with Render Life Talk Show.
Man, great. And how can people get in touch with you?
People can reach out to me on Facebook, Neal Render, and also soon coming up the website. Definitely great things, but you can reach as well on Render Life with Neal Render Talk Show. Check it out on Facebook. We're getting things revamped, reset up, strong structure, ready to rock out like never before.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you.